Good evening, everyone, and welcome to our Candidates Forum hosted by the Wilson County News in advance of the 2018 primary election in Wilson County. Thank you, Elaine Kaloji, our publisher, for help hosting the forum and gathering us all here. For those of you who do not know, I'm Nanette Kilby-Smith. I'm the editor with the Wilson County News and Livonia News, and I will be the moderator of this evening's event. This is a town hall style forum, not a debate. In that instance, candidates will receive questions and each have the opportunity to respond to the same questions. Some have been provided beforehand and the candidates have all received those. There are other questions in reserve. For those of you that did not hear the announcement earlier, if you have a burning question that's on your mind you'd like to pose to the candidates, there's paper and pens at the back by the door. Write your question and put it in the basket, and when we take a break we'll go through those, and if they haven't already been posed we'll answer as many as we can. Responses by the candidates will be timed and the time will be strict. We want everybody to get a chance to actually provide their say to the audience. Rebuttals will not be permitted. As time permits, as I said, questions may be taken later. If you wish to, you can include your name with your questions. You do not have to. This is not a, hey, that was, yeah, I know who posed that question. It's just an opportunity for us as a community to hear as much information as possible from the candidates who are seeking our votes on the ballot. This event is being recorded and it will be made available at wilsoncountynews.com as soon after this event as we can make it available. I would like to, at this time, invite any other officials or candidates who are not in opposed races who are here with us this evening to stand and be recognized. So if you are currently an elected official or are unopposed on your ballot, if you would please stand at this time. Okay. You will see that each of the candidates has a name card in front of them. We are sharing a mic this evening, so we're going to be passing that down. At this point in time, we're going to start introducing the candidates, and we're going to start at this end of the table and work our way this direction. Each candidate has 2 minutes for an introduction to tell you a little bit about themselves and why they're seeking office.
Thank you. Hello, I am Dickie Jackson, Wilson County Judge, and I am seeking re-election as Wilson County Judge. My wife Valerie and I were both born and raised in Wilson County. The connection I have to Wilson County is more than just a place to work, spend the night, and bide my time. I have a passion to keep Wilson County family-friendly, economically strong, and environmentally safe, a place I call home. I take a straightforward, common-sense approach to my job. I use the experience I have to communicate with our commissioners and elected officials to solve problems and plan future projects, to keep Wilson County operating efficiently and effectively. We work together to provide optimum yet affordable governmental services. A part of my job should not be overlooked is judicial. There are about 800 criminal cases filed in county court each year, along with civil cases, probates, guardianships, and appeals from Justice of the Peace Court. I served 3 years as a Justice of Peace and was a municipal judge in the cities of Livonia, Stockdale, and Nixon. This experience I use on a daily basis. I have always been involved in our community, serving on the board of directors of the Stockdale Chamber of Commerce and as the president of the board. Presently serving on the board of directors of the South Central Texas Independent Cattlemen's Association and have served as president. I am the vice chairman of the Alamo Area Council of Governments Area Judges Committee. I helped resurrect the Wilson County Beautification Association, and when I was Justice of the Peace, I started a quarterly meeting of the Justice of the Peace in the 81st Judicial District for more education and to enhance communications between the offices. I have deep ties to Wilson County. My great-great-great-grandfather, Dr. Bill Sullivan, was the first Justice County Judge of Wilson County. He helped create and establish Wilson County and our county government. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. First, I want to thank the Wilson County News for providing this opportunity for all of us candidates that have opposition. And also thank you to everyone that has volunteered their time to come and listen to all of us. It's a pleasure to be here. I'm really excited. My name is Alina Berlenga. I am a fiscally conservative Republican candidate for Wilson County Judge. I'm a Floresville resident, a businesswoman, a taxpayer, and a longtime community volunteer. I have 5 children, 3 of which are adopted and 1 has special needs. My accomplishments include earning my bachelor's degree in business in 2002 from the University of Guam. I moved from there to North Carolina, where I earned my master's degree in business from Pfeiffer University at Charlotte in 2004. I've worked more than 16 years in human resources and 8 years developing grant proposals. I did those proposals for the University of Guam through the Department of Education. In 2007, my husband and I moved back to Texas, where he was born and raised. I went to work for an international military consulting firm. As a senior consultant, I took 3 years of American Sign Language interpreting and also obtained my EMT certificate. I take continuing education classes throughout the year that pertain to the medical field and maintaining my state EMT license. I also launched my own business doing biohazard decontamination services. I have a contract with one of my customers is the San Antonio Police and Fire Department. I've had that for the last 5 years. I've been volunteering in my community for the last 35 years, and I firmly believe that volunteer work is the foundation for a healthy and compassionate community. For those that don't know me, I'm a hardworking, motivated individual. I want to take that same drive and experience and put it into Wilson County as the county judge. My priority action items are to maximize the utilization of our tax revenue, enact a strategic EMS plan that works for the entire county, increase resources to law enforcement, and create transparency through citizen involvement. I've realized that the only way to affect change is to be that change. Again, thank you for coming this evening, and let's together strive to make Wilson County better with Berlenga on March 6th.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Paul Fowle. I want to thank everyone here. And I don't know if there's any first responders or veterans here in the audience. Would you all raise your hand, please? I want to thank everyone for their service. I'm a lifelong resident of Wilson County, the 4th generation rancher and farmer here in Wilson County. My wife Terry, been married for 41 years, have a son Trey, daughter-in-law Lacey, 11-month-old granddaughter Camry. I served 14 years on the city council here in Floresville, and I worked 10 years at the uranium pits, and then I spent 25 years in engineering and inspection in the San Antonio water system before becoming your county commissioner for the last 2 terms. I had a big challenge as being commissioner. First, I had the oil boom. That was a big challenge for the trucks tearing up the roads, also the business growth, and then we had a crumbling courthouse, and we had to move out. That was a big challenge, and I thank everybody for coming together to rebuild what is tradition here in Wilson County, our county courthouse. I enjoy serving and protecting everyone, and thank y'all for being here.
Good evening. I would like to thank the Wilson County News for giving me the opportunity to speak to you tonight and introduce myself. My name is Tiffany Ward. I'm a lifelong Republican and a candidate for Wilson County Commissioner for Precinct 2. I grew up in the small town of St. Hedwig and attended East Central High School. I received my Associate of Science degree in 2000 and went on to receive my Bachelor of Science in Political Science from Texas A&M University in 2002. While in college, I was fortunate enough to be on a collegiate horse judging team and a nationally credited poultry judging team at Texas A&M. After my graduation, I returned home and began my working career, first in the corporate world and then as an educator. It was during that time that I ran and won a seat on the St. Hedwig City Council, serving a term of 2 years, and was reelected for a second term when I decided to relocate to Wilson County to raise my family. I, along with my daughter Keegan, have resided in Wilson County area for the past 14 years. Much of my family has lived in Wilson County for numerous years, and we continue to put our roots down here. I've been an educator for the past 14 years, the last 4 of which has been at Poth Elementary School. During this time, I began driving a bus for the district, driving routes from McCoy to Kosciuszko and in between. Through this experience, I witnessed the poor road conditions and the need for improvement and decided to run for county commissioner. I appreciate the opportunity to discuss important topics with you this evening and ask for your support in the upcoming primary election. Thank you.
I'd like to direct the candidates to our timekeepers here, Jeff Belcher and Landon Collins, if y'all would raise your hands. They will give you a signal. This is going to be wrapped it up. And that's you got no more time.
We'll also give you a 2 and a 1.
Good evening, my name is Deborah Foster. I'm running for Wilson County Treasurer. I've lived in Wilson County for 26 years, during which time, and I've lived in Floresville for part of that time and in La Vernon during that period of time. My experience includes 26 years as a DoD support contractor. I've held a secret clearance. I've been president of the HOA and treasurer on a water board. My experience includes contracting, purchasing, accounts receivable, accounts payable, making budgets and executing them, reconciling, auditing, bank statements, and Department of Defense support during that time. And I would like to put my experience and my knowledge to work for Wilson County.
Good evening. I'd also like to thank the Wilson County News for giving us this opportunity to speak to the citizens of Wilson County. I'm Jan Hartle, and I am seeking re-election for the office of Wilson County Treasurer. It has been an honor to serve as your county treasurer for the past 12 years, and I hope you will allow me to continue the hard work, conservative values, and the watchful eye that is needed to keep your money safe. I also understand the importance of serving to be a better public official. I am very involved with Wilson County community and the County Treasurers Association of Texas. I have been with Wilson County for 25 years, where I started in the County Extension Office at 1992 to 2003. Was Personnel Director from 2003 to 2005, and the last 12 years I have had the privilege of serving as your County Treasurer. I currently serve as President-elect for the County Treasurers Association of Texas. I am an alumni of the Texas Association of Counties Leadership Class. I have proudly served as Secretary for the Wilson County Junior Livestock Show Association for the last 19 years and have assisted hundreds of 4-H and FFA exhibitors to get their animals into the sale each year. I am a member of the Wilson County Extension Service Leadership and Family Consumer Science Boards. I'm a member of the Wilson Area Children's Foundation Board of Directors, and I am actively involved with the Wilson County Republican Women. I attend church at the First Lutheran Church. I served as past president of the Floresville Peanut Festival Association, treasurer of the Wilson County Aggie Moms, and past treasurer of the Greytown Canada Verde Volunteer Fire Department. My husband and I.
Hello, I'm Lowell Hall, and I also would like to thank the Wilson County News for giving us the opportunity to come out and share our views and see what we're all about as far as running for the offices that we're now seeking. I was born in San Antonio, and when I was very young, we moved to Uvalde, where I was raised. I then joined the Navy, moved away from Uvalde, and I came back to San Antonio, where I earned my associate's degree in real estate, actually, and then I became In 1982, I became a San Antonio police officer. I served 31 years for the city of San Antonio. I rose to the rank of detective, and during the test to the promotional exam, I had the second highest score out of 400 people who were taking the course. I then earned my bachelor's degree, a bachelor's of science degree from Wayland Baptist University, majoring in criminal justice and in business administration. After the 31 years of service in San Antonio, I then went to work as the chief of police for the city of Polk, Texas. I worked there for 3.5 years. I retired from there about 2 years ago, and I missed public service, and I missed working for the citizens. So I decided to go ahead and run for the justice of the peace, where I believe I am qualified with the experience that I have in law enforcement, and that with that experience that I have, I believe I'm quite qualified to be the justice of the peace. Thank you.
Good evening. Once again, thank you to Lynette and Elaine, the Wilson County News, and the people, the citizens who have come to listen and learn about their candidates. My name is Connie Terry, and I'm running for Justice of the Peace in Precinct 3, Wilson County. After spending my very early years in the southeast side of San Antonio, I spent my growing up years in East Bexar County. After graduating from East Central High School, I received my Bachelor's of Arts degree with a major in elementary education and a minor in Spanish from Texas Lutheran College. With that accomplished, I began working at La Vernia ISD as a classroom teacher. While working at La Vernia ISD, I began my graduate work and received my Master's of Science in School Administration from Texas A&I University in Kingsville. Through the passage of time, they were three beautiful daughters, moved here, up here, teaching Sunday school, directing and teaching Vacation Bible School, being a Girl Scout leader, Little League, softball, CYO basketball. Sometimes I found myself coming and going on the highway. Fast forward to 2013. I decided it was time to retire from teaching school, and so I did. And I stayed home for a couple of years and actually got to wonder, is this all that retirement is? Is this all that's left for me? And in late 2016, the court clerk at Precinct 3 decided to retire, and I put my name in as a potential employee. And as fate would have it, I was hired and opened up the fascinating world of law enforcement, of judicial systems, of civil and criminal cases to me. I've served on out there. Court clerk for 16 months. I am well versed in criminal and civil cases. I have a good handle on the court technology that we use. I'm the candidate that could offer a seamless transition from one justice to the next. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Brad Beck. I'm going to stand because I can't see everybody in the back of the room. But I would like to thank the American Legion members that are here tonight and appreciate you letting us use your hall. I did some research on the American Legion, and I think next March will be 100 years old, and they have some great programs. I see your hat from the Vietnam era. My dad, who passed in September, had World War II on his, and I was very proud of him and his service. So thank you for what you guys do, and thanks for letting us use your hall. I'd like to thank the Wilson County News, and I'd like to thank all the candidates and all the people that came out to see us here tonight. So with that being said, before I start rambling on about myself, I'd like to introduce my better half. My wife, Melissa Beck, is in the back of the room, and I appreciate all of her support. Real quickly, I want to talk about the Republican side and what I've done in the Republican Party. I've been involved with the Republican Party for many, many years. I got really actively involved with the state Republican Party after I graduated from TCU with a business degree, and went right into planning a state Republican convention that we were having in Fort Worth. During that time, I had the great fortune of working with Andy Ball, who's Laura Bush's assistant, and Karen Hughes, who was an advisor to George W. Bush. And so I got to really see some top-notch people, and we got to plan and have a wonderful convention in Fort Worth. I've also, I was a chairman to Page, Chairman of the Republican State Convention. I got to take care of all the young men and women that wanted to send messages back and forth from the floor to the different people that they needed the information. My wife got the VIP room. I wish I'd gotten that, but I didn't. I've also been a delegate to the State Republican Convention. I have been served as an election judge, and I've elected and served Republican County Chairman for Wilson County. Now, on my other side, my civic side, I've also served as mayor. Is it already over? I've served as mayor in the city of Lavernia. Is it 2 minutes? My name is Brad Beck, and I'd like to serve as, boy, I am a politician, huh? I'd like to serve as Justice of the Peace. Thank you.
Pass the mic back. We'll start. Now that you've met everyone, we'll actually get into the meat of the evening. First questions are for the county judge candidates, and the first question is, what do you consider the primary responsibilities of the county judge and why? And we'll start with Dickey.
Thank you. County judge presides over Commissioner's Court. This is the responsibility of the county judge. County judge must be able to work with commissioners and all elected officials and department heads to maximize the efficiency of each office. We must promote economic growth while preserving our resources. Companies such as Cibolo Valley Local Government Corporation have come to Wilson County offering to buy water rights to export the water out of Wilson County. This must be controlled. The county judge must be able to work with entities such as Evergreen Underground Water Conservation District to ensure there will be water for Wilson County in the future. If we are to promote our own growth, we must have the resources to do so. County judge also serves as budget officer. County judge must present a budget to the Commissioner's Court that will provide for growth of the county and not put added burden on taxpayers. I have worked with commissioners and elected officials and department heads to keep the tax rate the same as before I took office. This is in the lower 1/3 of the state compared to the other 253 counties. County judge is the head of emergency management. Since I have been in office, I've had my fair share of disasters such as floods, tornadoes, hurricanes, and other local tragedies. I'm now working on a multi-jurisdictional, multi-hazard mitigation plan which will assist Wilson County citizens and FEMA in preparedness, response, and recovery of a disaster. Wilson County Judge has judicial responsibilities such as a criminal docket of near 800 cases dealing with Class A and Class B misdemeanors. These include DWI, DWI seconds, assault and assault family violence, theft, possession of marijuana, and other controlled substances, to name a few. I have the experience of presiding over many jury and bench trials and making decisions that affect the safety of Wilson County citizens. County judge also presides over juvenile court, which can include juveniles that have committed felonies. Some of these felonies could be as heinous as aggravated assault, sexual assault, and aggravated sexual assault. Experience counts here. County judge also has concurrent jurisdiction with the Justice of the Peace Courts where the matters in controversy do not exceed $10,000. County judge also presides over appeals from Justice of the Peace Courts, both criminal and civil. I have 15 years of experience presiding over these cases. County judge has a full probate and guardianship docket of around 140 hearings per year. Judicial duties are about 50% of the county judge's job. County judge and commissioners work together to make Wilson County a strong, economically sound county that is enticing to new residents and businesses. This you can see by the growth of what Wilson County is experiencing.
Thank you, Nanette, again for this question. According to the Texas Constitution, the county judge shall be informed of the law of the state, a conservator of the peace, and hold office for 4 years. The Texas Association of Counties and the Secretary of State say that the county judge is not a lawyer, but is considered the CEO of the county. Less than 40% of this position is less than 40% of this non-judicial position involves judicial responsibilities. It's the part of the job that you see on a lot of job descriptions where it says other duties as assigned. It's not the primary focus of the job. The county judge hears, as Judge Jackson said, probate, some juvenile, and then Class A and B misdemeanors, where the penalties don't exceed $4,000 a year or a year in jail. As a newly elected judge, you would also have to go get the mandatory training that every other newly elected Justice of the Peace, county judge, and commissioner has to go get when they first take office. More than 60% of the county judge's primary responsibilities consist of non-judicial matters like presiding over commissioners court, administrative functions of the county, emergency management, and the most important, budget management. That's where my background is. I have a master's degree in business, certifications in emergency management and EMS, 16 years of human resource management, 8 years of grant writing, 8 years of courtroom experience, 6 years of managing multi-million-dollar budgets, and 35 years as a community volunteer. I've volunteered with organizations like the Red Cross, the Center for the Visually Impaired, been involved in the deaf community, various animal shelters, the Fisher House at Lackland Air Force Base. I've done volunteer EMS and a lot of other organizations. I also, of course, like I mentioned earlier, have my own business doing biohazard decontamination services. One of my larger customers right now is the city of San Antonio. I've held that contract for 5 years for the police and the fire department. So in summary, again, more than 60% of the county judge's primary responsibilities consist of the non-judicial matters, again, presiding over commissioner's court, the administrative function, the budget management, emergency management. I bring a strong business background with a wide range of knowledge and expertise to the table, and I will use this experience and leadership to make the improvements that we desperately need here in Wilson County.
Next question is for the County Commissioner Precinct 2 candidates. The question is, what do you consider the primary responsibilities of the County Commissioner and why?
The primary responsibilities of the county commissioner must be a strong conservative voice on the county court. It is on this court that commissioners adopt the county budget and tax rate, approve expenditures, fill vacant positions within the county, and maintain the county buildings and facilities. A balanced county budget is a major undertaking and responsibility. The tax dollars should be used in a way that would be most beneficial to the needs of the county as a whole in order to properly carry out the necessary duties and responsibilities needed. Commissioners Court vote on all purchases made by the county and must ensure that these purchases are the best use of county funds. Taking the necessary steps in properly maintaining county buildings, like our historic courthouse, is another responsibility placed on our Commissioners Court. Our court must be a strong, united group of individuals who work together for the benefit of our county. Other than the Commissioners Court, the main responsibility for our commissioners is continuous and proper maintenance of all county roads. Commissioners are responsible for the care and repair of the county roads of the precinct in which they are elected. Excuse me. Roads should be maintained on a rotating systematic schedule. This would ensure that large potholes, washboards are not becoming an issue for the citizens who access the road. Using proper machinery to fill potholes on our paved roads is essential. Proper maintenance of paved roads is necessary to keep the roads in acceptable driving conditions. Commissioners should profile and target the needs of their precinct and use the most current technology to help track, record maintenance and repairs that have been performed.
As county commissioner, you must be committed to serve and protect the citizens of Precinct 2 as well as all the citizens of Wilson County. As commissioner, you have to be available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Through any kind of disaster or anything to flood, tornadoes, or whatever it may take. Roads is not only the major issue a county commissioner must have. Again, they must adopt and balance a budget, which is one of the hardest job a county commissioner job is. Because every department is always looking for pay raises, more money, more of this. But you have to adopt a balanced budget without trying to raise taxes. And that's another key goal, to keep your taxes low. And also, you have to also work with the emergency management. economic development, trying to bring more growth into their county to help stabilize the tax base. You also have to have a collection facility for all the disposal. Have a recycle facility that we've created here. And a year ago, we started collecting our own garbage, and it helped the citizens of Wilson County.